Hello everyone and welcome. Hello everyone and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, where I'm gonna continue career mode. Just finished dinner, so there was a little bit of something in my throat there, right at the start. I should make sure to clear my throat before starting. I am level 19. My reputation is somewhere between A and B, and I have the high performance endorsement, which I should put to use, but I could also get the tailwheel endorsement, and we're only a little bit short from multi-engine rating. So that'll be my next goal. Really don't want to do aerial advertising. Charter service. Well, that requires an instrument rating. Okay, well, let's see what missions we can do. I had been at Madagascar, but I don't want to stay in Madagascar. I was sort of expecting more cargo missions, since I think I did the initial cargo mission at Madagascar, so... that's the first flight. That's flight seeing. Oh, there's a cargo mission. 45 minutes. That's not too bad. There really aren't too many of those. Okay, well, I'm gonna take that one. That'll give us the money we're looking for. Alright. Hello, Pekka. A little bit late for you. Sorry, I decided to have dinner first. I was running late myself. Okay, so cargo integrity, airline procedures. I'm very late. Yes, today is not a good day to interface with a German audience. What can I do? Last week I was a little bit earlier. Okay, I don't know why all cargo planes have to be lime green, but here we are. Alright, see you, Pekka. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, well, standard startup. Wish I could have done the cargo mission in like a Bonanza, since I've got a high performance rating.
Hi there, it's Armand. Now that you're all set up,
Armand?
let me go over the important details with you. You're carrying loose cargo on this flight.
I have
Standard
the
shipment for
same
a partner based in
boxes.
Kalusa, but super urgent. You must reach Davis ASAP. The skids have a good tolerance with turbulences to preserve the cargo, but it's crucial you keep a smooth yet quick flight.
Skids?
If you also ensure timely arrival, you maintain our high standards of service
Skids?
excellence and everyone's satisfied. You have all the pertinent information in your flight packet as a reminder. Safe skies ahead.
Okay, don't know about all that, but...
Travis Ground Cessna November 86500. Request taxi for north departure with Echo.
Cessna November 86500 taxi 2 and hold short of runway 21. Left using taxiway Alpha Charlie Cross runway 21. Right Charlie Cross runway 0 tree. Right Alpha Cross runway 21 left Delta. Contact tower on 120.75 when ready.
I don't know what WSG is, but hello, Sun Knight. Well, there's serious problems parsing that those lines, but alright. I do think that the AI was better at reading lines like that
21,
in
left
Flight Sim
Delta
2020.
Cessna 500.
Okay. We're just doing a cargo mission so that I can get the money for multi-engine is what I want. But then I don't know if they're gonna give me missions for multi-engine because I've already got a high performance rating. But then this cargo mission doesn't exactly make use of my high performance rating. I wanted a Bonanza. There's a Bonanza right there. But they are not giving me a flight with a Bonanza. It's a long taxi. But this isn't one of those small airports that we've been doing a lot of stuff in so far. Ah, there we go. I was waiting for the taxi speeding thing. Guess they don't... Oh, fine. It's 3 nautical miles to the hold short. No, please. We need to get there. I need to speed. No, please. It's 3 nautical miles. How can it be 3 nautical miles? Oh, heck. I'm not gonna get anything from this as far as XP at this rate. I don't even know if I can throttle down more than this. I mean, runways come like 10,000 feet is a good long runway. 3 nautical miles is more than 15,000 feet. Oh God, that's why. The runways are like that? Just let me use the other runway. I don't want runway 21 right, left, I mean. And it has to be 21. They couldn't have given me the opposite direction. I need to see a windsock somewhere. We couldn't at least have gotten runway 3 right here. We have to go all the way out to 21. Or we couldn't have gotten 21 right here. But, well, this isn't a bug. This is just a choice. I mean, you know. Somebody in the comments to a video said that it's a bug that you can't lower your flaps past a certain speed. I'm going like, no. That's actually how it is, right? I mean, yeah, you can't use your flaps above 87 knots. That's not a bug in career mode. But, yeah, I think people are overdoing the word bug. Now, I've seen some people talk about bugs, actual bugs, like the pilot hanging out from the bottom of the plane is a bug. And then there was a one where they were spawned 88,000 feet in midair. That's a bug. But the choice of runway is not exactly a bug. It's just very irritating. But let's face it, this airport layout is especially weird. Normally, you do not have airports where the runways are like staggered like this. This is a weird thing for an airport to do. They're normally just right next to each other. Get flap speed at parking 0 speed? Oh well, that's different. If it's 0 speed, then that is a bug. But they were talking about faster speeds with the Cessna. But yeah, this is just a weird airport because normally the runways are just right next to each other. Normally the airport isn't allowed to take this much land, right? That's why you have the runways next to each other. They don't normally get to take up land like this. Yeah, 85? Yeah. Whatever it is on the little bar on the speedometer is what it is. But whatever's up with the Beaver, well, a lot of the more interesting planes, they paid attention to the Cessna and little else, potentially. I still don't have some of my planes. Like, I'm still waiting for the AN-225, which I'm supposed to have. I didn't get Aviator Edition, I just have it from FS 2020, and it's supposed to be included. I mean, it was included in the Aviator Edition, so I expected them to have it ready, but they don't have it ready. And there's like more than a dozen planes from the local legends slash famous flyers that apparently they don't have ready yet for some reason. Yes, this is an abnormally long taxi. Well, at least I found a throttle setting where it's not going to constantly bug me about the oh, for heaven's sakes. Just when I'm saying that. Fine. Oh, I don't like to Alt-N. First of all, if anything is going to create bugs, it's Alt-N. I'm very much afraid of Alt-N. Oh, isn't that where we hold short? No, we have to go all the way down. We actually have to taxi on this very substantial runway in order to get to the beginning of it, to get to the hold short place. You know what? Okay. I could take off in this direction instead, but I guess they'll dock points for that. That's not... I was supposed to taxi on this thing. Oh, whatever. Yeah, but... it doesn't actually give me the Alt-N option here, to be honest. It's probably safer that way. They don't even have taxiways alongside this runway. It's a very strange airport. I'm just saying that if you're gonna stagger the runways like this, you'd probably put a taxiway out to the other end of this one. But maybe they never expected anybody to be taking off from 21 right. I mean 21 left instead of 3 right. Is there an achievement for taxi distance? Oh, that's getting fast again. Oh, there's a taxiway. Well, just a loop back way. I thought I was gonna have to do a U-turn on the runway, that's why I was off to one side, but... I do wish there was more communication from Asobo about stuff in general. Anything would be good. OnePlus is apparently SimBrief, the same plugin for 2020 that allowed you to access SimBrief directly. That dispatcher is ready for Flight Sim 2024. I have it in here right now. I haven't tried it yet. I wonder if saying that, when they said that this mission was a 45-minute mission, did they include the taxi time? Well, we got to swing by Lake Berryessa there. Oh, I guess the hold short was the hold short earlier. We don't hold short here? We don't hold short and announce here. That's what was confusing. I thought we would hold short here, but this is not where we hold short at all for permission to take off. Interesting. Well, if that's how it is, that's how it is. So permission to take off was before I had even finished taxiing.
Cessna 500, continue for north departure.
Travis Tower Cessna, November 86500, continue for north departure.
Oh, and we have gates. Fly to Davis. Well, 57 nautical miles is not too bad. Now, do those boxes actually match the flight path on the map? Because they seem to be leading directly to Davis. But we have sort of a kink in our flight path there. Yeah, it looks like the boxes, the gates, do not match the flight plan exactly. They're the direct line path to our destination and not the path that gets us close to Lake Berryessa there. Well, shucks. Who am I to disagree with the gates? I don't know which one we get scored on. I assume we get scored on the gates. So... Okay, well, let's see about some things. No, not that. Well, they said 1600 though.
Cessna 500, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Travis Tower, Cessna November 86500 frequency change.
They should have some serious bush flying missions where you can't go above a certain height the whole way. Those would be nice, considering what... I mean, mainly what they've done is improve how the ground looks and with all the fancy trees and everything. So the best thing is if you can fly low. No, 112 knots is the best I dare to do. Yeah, we're going away from here. I have the Thrustmaster Airbus Edition joystick. I've got the SciTech throttle quadrant, you know, with the 3 axes, you know, the black, red, and blue ones. So it's a lot like a normal, what you got, general aviation plane thing. And that's it. I don't have rudder pedals or anything like that. I'll get back on path here. Unlike the general aviation stuff for airliners, I have the throttle on my left-hand side. The stick I have on the right hand because I'm more of a test pilot, fighter pilot kind of person, so that it's normally right hand for the joystick and left hand for the throttle on those. I do wish they had more detail about what we're passing by. KVCB. Let me see what that is. Vacaville. So we passed by Vacaville back there. I thought as much. It says that we're flying to Davis, but we're not flying to Davis. Davis is off to the side. Davis is over here at K-Edu because Davis is the university. That's where Davis is. So why does it say Davis is in front? I'm confused. I will declare that a bug. Davis isn't over there. Maybe they're talking about a different Davis. I don't know. I don't know what Davis they're talking about. Favorite plane? Well, a space shuttle, probably. But I'll just list a whole bunch that I like, okay? As far as the most beautiful planes are concerned, the Concorde and the B-1 are high up there. That's it, actually. No, my favorite airliner, it's either the 727 or 757 for the jets, and the Constellation among prop liners. Let's see. Among fighters, I've grown fond of the F-111 after flying that in Flight Sim 2020. Not really a fighter, but it's got an F. I like the Hughes H1 because of its audacity and how difficult it is to fly. After all, Hughes himself crashed it. Trying to think of anything else in particular. I mean, SR-71 comes to mind, but it's not really one of my favorite planes. I like it and all, because it's fast. But I wouldn't say it's my favorite plane. Best cockpit has to be for the B-36, because you've got 6 propellers and 4 jet engines. And then you've got the engineer station with, like, all that stuff. That's the craziest cockpit, I think. What about yours? Anybody have any favorites? Maybe I should try the drone camera and see if we can spot any wildlife. How far away can we go? F-22? Actually, as far as in sim, my favorite fighter would probably be, well, the F-111 I did a long trip with, but the F-35 is probably the best thing to fly around in because it can hover. I hear creature. I can hear birds, but I don't see anything. A3, oh, you're an Airbus type. Yeah, I'm a Boeing type. But I like planes that, preferably, I mean, the 757 is just because it has a cute face, but I prefer planes that have gauges. I don't like the glass cockpit types, so older is better for me. Nothing even remotely close to it when you're standing next to it. C5A? What's C5A? I'm just looking for critters here. There should be plenty of like cows and horses and such around, but I haven't seen any. P-47 Thunderbolt. Among the American fighters in World War II, I like the P-38. I have it for, I mean, I tested it in here. It's in here right now too, but I had it for Flight Sim 2020 as well. You like the high-tech airliners, huh? I don't remember what the reset button is. What are those? Are those? Oh, no, 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 no. I couldn't see. Those look like maybe animals, but we're going too fast. C5M. This is not helping me, satellite. Yeah, I don't even know how to reset this. There's probably one button or another. I thought pressing delete would get out of this mode. Okay, that did not get out of that mode. Okay, how do I get out of drone mode? Toggle drone camera, yeah. Yeah. That's what I want. And just that. Toggle drone. Shift X maybe. Okay, but also let me see what's reset. Relation. Reset drone roll. I don't know if there's a general reset or even a reset for any of the other axes. Oh, well, we're back here now. Oh, when going to the menu and coming back, it automatically sends me back to the plane anyway. Oh, that's C5. The Galaxy. I normally think of it with a dash. This GPS wants me to go back to Lake Berryessa. Sorry, the gates told me to do this instead. Well, back to the drone cam. Two of them doing practice landings at the skid strip, huh? Just looking out for any critters. Are those critters? No. Just rocks. The F-15's allowed? I hope so. They're not stealth after all. I mean, they might as well be loud. Okay, well, we might not be able to see any animals, I don't think. Or they might not render soon enough. Still won't go back. What does toggle drone do? Okay, well, saying toggle drone instead of toggle drone camera brings us back. Upright and lit up this morning. Oh, lit up not as in lighting the engines. You mean lit up as in lights on? Well, I was thinking of a different kind of lit up, but alright, that's still pending. Had a caution, but didn't tell me what it was. Minimal evacuation headaches. Aren't they nice if they are taking that into account? Well, we got rolling hills here. Surely if the game has a lot of animals, they'll pop up here. Little bunches of boulders every now and again. It's a lot of people. Well, okay, wait, what about those? I think those were critters, but we didn't get a very good look at them. They look like horses to me. Oh, we're really low. +1,000 people. Okay. I think those were just rocks. I mean, you know, these are people who are used to being evacuated, right? Oh, nothing requires it until now. Okay, back to the plane. Well, this game is encouraging me to maybe fly all over the world at low altitude for once. I think that's the thing to do here. Do I have enough patience? It's more like, does my audience have enough patience? It's like, could I do it? Yes. Can I get people to watch it? That's the question. I mean, I can do it if I think people will watch it. If I don't think people will watch it, I probably wouldn't do it. So that's the trouble. I don't think people have the patience for that. I mean, I definitely tried to recreate Lindbergh's crossing of the Atlantic if I thought people could sit for 33 hours. Or would enjoy even a shortened version of that ordeal. But let's face it, it's one heck of a monotonous flight over water. There's nothing to see. So, well, that's why I don't do that. I don't think that kind of building exists around here, but okay. We have a bunch of those, but I don't think that particular kind should be around here. I'm mostly interested in trying to find the animals, but right now I checked, there's no way to... In Flight Sim 2020 you could see the animals on the map, or at least some of them, but in this version I haven't seen any indication of where the animals might be. I mean, I happened to come across those African buffalo in Cameroon, but other than that, it's hard to find them. Well, let's hope following the gates was the right call. Though it makes me feel bad not flying the plotted course. Maybe I should have just gone with what was on the map. don't know which one the mission will prefer. Oh, low fuel. They always start on the left tank. I have no idea why they start the Cessna just on the left tank when there's actually a both tank option. Takeoff and landing, it should be on both anyway. But it defaults to left. Well, getting a full 8 hours is good. I mean, it doesn't make you an old man if it's because your job has you starting at an early time, so. Yep. Quite the opposite. Well, have a good evening, satellite. Almost there. Then I should be able to take the multi-engine test after this. Hopefully those missions pay better. But we have to also qualify for the specialization. Whatever the specialization that goes along with that might be.
67 Charlie Lima traffic Cessna November 86500 5 miles south 1,600 feet inbound to land runway tree 5.
No, that's just 2 gates. Do I trust those? I think I should just go with the map at this point, surely. Oh, that gate is high. Oh, okay. They want me higher. Okay. Now we have other gates. But we get to take a good look at the airport. Or do we? That's it. That's it. That's all there is. Oh, maybe a little bit faster of a turn? No. This is actually the other part. I always get fooled by that. I need to go through that one. Trying to figure out which gate is the right gate. Okay. Landing time.
Six seven Charlie Lima traffic Cessna November 86500 is on final runway tree 5 to land.
Well, the gates are not doing me any favors here. That is tiny little runway. Oh, fudge. Okay, we're over on this side. This is no taxiway. Gosh. I don't have enough power to go up this. I'm stuck. I'm stuck! I think it's my tail. Uh-oh. I'm going to... I guess I have to alt-N at this point. I don't want to alt-N, but I've gotten myself stuck.
Good evening, pilot. Thankfully, nothing serious with the cargo, but it must have been quite a ride.
I guess so.
We'll leave you to your flight stats. We've got some work to do on our end.
They changed the stuff in here, too. Six times I sped on the taxiway. Airline procedures definitely didn't do that one a few times. I got no bonus for aviator performances, so C, horrible. So naturally I'm going to go for a higher rating. I got money though. I lost reputation. Aww. Well, yeah. Accidentally getting yourself stuck will do that. Multi-engine rating. So I'll have unlocked the Beechcraft Baron like that, or the DA62. But should I really invest? Oops. Should I really invest in that? Because what can I actually do with that? It doesn't really unlock any new missions or new type of missions. Skydive. It's more important to get the turboprop rating, I think. No mission that I can currently do even has a multi-engine plane. Well, no, this one does. Ferry flights with the DA62 is potentially there. And the Baron. The ferry flights are the worst. Sightseeing missions are the most interesting. The Optica is there. Do we? Is there actually in the wild a mission with the Optica? Oh, I can now get level 3 difficulty because I did so well. So that's a sightseeing one. That's the CTSL. Oh, there is an Optica one here. Okay. If I hunt for them. But what there isn't is a lot of cargo missions. Those are missing. Now, if we filter... that's not filters. What kind of filters do we have? Nope, that's not the kind of filters I want. We don't have mission filters here. I appreciate the list, but really I want a filter by aircraft kind of thing. What's the most lucrative thing? None of these is 3,000. Oh, there's one. Cargo. And it's still the Cessna. I saw another one. I saw a 3,600 one. Well, it keeps refreshing on me. Weak. Standard air freight. Still Cessna. Delivering aircraft, still Cessna. That's 2 hours. Still Cessna. Best paying ones are all Cessnas. How about this is also Cessna. What do I have to do to get a good paying mission that isn't in the Cessna? But yeah, I don't see anything under specializations that actually requires the multi-engine. What I need is turboprop. Turboprop takes 20,000. Or I could get tailwheel. Tailwheel would give me the beaver, which we know we can't use flaps with, but or the cub, which I don't want to use. The Draco doesn't even show up. Trying to figure out whether I want the tail wheel or the turboprop. Sightseeing or skydive missions, that'll improve things. Okay, we've got instrument rating for this one. And I need more landing smoothness. Turboprop, gain more accessibility. Yeah, well, I mean, but I'm not seeing it in the actual specializations, right? Because most of it is tail wheel. I mean, this has multi-engine now. But what do I really unlock here? How much is the instrument rating? Two landings plus the instrument rating will get me this charter service. And here, the good thing about the charter service here is that, oh no, I thought the Cessna wouldn't be an option, but the Cessna is still an option. Ah, I was going like, it will free me from the Cessna. No, the Cessna's still there. Okay, so I'm interested in learning what they have to tell me about the instrument rating. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go through all the training for the instrument rating and then take the test. I think we'll go with this. And then I think that gives me enough money to spare for the tail wheel. Okay, well, they're gonna train me. I don't have to pay attention to the briefing now. Okay, climb and descent. Yeah, that's 10,000. So we'll do this. All the instrument information they care to impart. I did this before all the way in FSX. I did all the instrument rating tutorials and took the test, but the test was bugged.
We're flying over the UK's Shetland Islands.
No wonder it's
just
cloudy.
below a thick layer of clouds. Up until now, you've been able to look outside to judge the aircraft's
You can never
attitude
see
and
the Shetland
location.
Islands, apparently.
What happens when you lose that outside view? That takes us into the world of instrument flight.
I can still see it.
When you can't use the horizon for reference
See?
due to clouds,
I can still
darkness,
see the
or
ground.
other hindrances to visibility, you'll need to rely on your airplane's instruments.
It's cheating with
When
this
flying on
screen.
instruments alone, you'll need to rely on your attitude indicator to see your pitch and roll
The
information.
screen makes it too easy.
Modern cockpits like this combine several instruments into one electronic display called a primary flight display, or PFD.
I am
Stay on
apparently in
heading
control right
270,
now.
set full power, and climb up to 4,500 feet. Set full power for the climb.
They gotta make this whole instrument rating thing unnecessarily easy, aren't they? S reputation after completing a mission as a crash to desktop. Yeah, C rep? That's a huge drop.
You need
They
to
should.
maintain heading 270.
Oh wait, I was supposed to maintain heading 270. You didn't tell me that. Tell you what, I'll give you more information about how much I know. I'm gonna use the autopilot and cheat my way through this. Yeah, that's shocking. I mean, for any mission, they shouldn't have it dock that many points. That's a glitch.
We're climbing up into the cloud layer. Notice how you're starting to lose your outside view.
I thought we
Instead of
had
looking out
already
the
lost
canopy,
the outside
focus
view. I
your
can still
attention
see
on
the
the
ground
cockpit
though.
instruments. You can maintain wings level using the attitude indicator.
I'm using the
Continue
autopilot.
climbing to 4,500 feet.
Well, here's what I'll do. I'll never get to S reputation and then it'll never crash the desktop for me. What happened was you like overflowed the thing. Your reputation was so high that wrapped around. Just watch, that's exactly what happened. They never expected anybody to get that high reputation. It had
Using
an
the vertical
integer
sped indicator
overflow
in the
all the way
altimeter,
around
level
and
off at
gave you a C
4,500 feet, while
right at the
continuing to
bottom.
maintain a heading of 270. Now fly straight and level at 4,500 feet, getting used to not having an outside horizon
I
for
feel
reference.
guilty for using the autopilot for this, but I still think it's okay. They didn't say not to. How long are we gonna keep that this game?
Okay, now keep us on this heading and take us down to 4,000 feet. Reduce power so that we can descend without gaining speed.
Ah. They want reduced power F. I haven't gotten to the power level that they wanted. Okay, there we go.
Great. Increase power again for cruise and keep us at 4,000 feet.
Three-hour and 30-minute flight? No fast forwarding at all? Very brave. 125%.
Wow, great job.
Well, yeah. Numbers going
That's how
all
things
over the
look and
place
feel
for
making
you.
altitude changes on instruments alone. You'll find it gets easier with experience. Next we'll introduce turns.
Okay, I completed that one. I completed my first tutorial training mission. It's an achievement. Taking a while to load the menu. $100%. I'll just go to the next training. Turning.
Now that you've tried some climbs and descents, we'll introduce turning. Throughout this lesson, maintain your current altitude of 4,000 feet.
Oh,
Our heading is the direction our nose is pointing, measured in degrees.
I hope you covered that in
Electronic
earlier
display in front of you
lessons.
is the primary flight display, or PFD. At the bottom center of the PFD, we see the horizontal situation indicator, or the HSI. The HSI shows us the direction our nose is pointing, called our heading. Headings are measured in degrees, with east
Oh,
being
for heaven's
090,
sakes.
south 180,
Before they
west 270, and
Do
north
this
360.
tutorial, they better know these things.
Currently we're heading west. That's 270 degrees. When turning, we want to aim for a
That
bank
information
angle of
should
around
already
20
have been
degrees.
there in the
Along
previous
the top of the attitude indicator
tutorial.
are white lines. Each line represents 10 degrees. Normally we use about 20 degrees of bank, which is the second white line. Let's try it out. Make a turn to the left onto heading 180, using 20 degrees of bank. Keep turning until heading south, at which point, smoothly roll back to wings level. That's it, stop turning there and you'll be heading due south. Heading 180.
His comments
Great. Now
block
try and
my
maintain this heading for a
instruments.
short while.
They really need to put the little subtitles at the top of the screen.
Now make a turn to the right, onto a heading of 350.
Oh, well.
Now smoothly roll wings level onto a heading of 350. Now maintain heading 350 for a bit. Wow, great job. So that's how we make turns using just the instruments. Next we'll look at how to handle speed
Well, I
changes.
mean, how would he even know to turn to a particular heading without just the instruments anyway? But anyway. Guess you could judge by landmarks, but not if somebody says turn to heading 060. Speed control. Hi, stay-at-home gamer. I'm going through the instrument flight rating tutorials just to see how they
We're
are.
cruising at 100 knots, maintaining our heading and altitude. Let's look at how we deal with speed changes when flying on instruments. When slowing down, the wings produce less lift. To counter this, you'll need to progressively raise the nose in order to maintain altitude. Give it a try. Reduce power and bring the speed back to 70 knots.
They haven't discussed how to trim, huh? Because otherwise that would be what you would mention.
Keep us steady on heading 350.
Oop, 350 is over there.
You wandered off the heading.
Sorry. Oh, it's 70. 70. Ah, it definitely knocks me over a little bit. That's not close enough to... Come on, come on.
Try to maintain 4,000 feet altitude.
Yes.
You need to be able to control altitude while adjusting speed.
Working on it. 70 is a little bit awkward with this plane. Ah, and I keep getting knocked off course too. I never actually acknowledged that I got to 70, so that's interesting.
Keep us steady on heading 350. You wandered off the heading.
I'm trying to get there. I was trying to get to 4,000 more than anything. Okay. Doesn't really think I've reduced power enough to get to 70 knots, but okay, well, now we're going way up. I keep crossing 70 knots and it doesn't quite acknowledge that.
Try to maintain 4,000 feet
I
altitude.
guess that's because I'm off altitude or heading at the same time, but it doesn't actually...
You need to be able to control altitude while adjusting speed.
Hold on, hold on. Here, let me just reduce power a lot. Is it ever gonna hit that reduce power? Okay.
Remember to adjust the elevator
so
trim so that you don't
it
have
needs
keep
you
putting
to
any
throttle
pressure on
down
the
to that.
controls.
Now it reads everything.
Good.
Okay.
Now set power to maintain
It's
70
it's
knots.
weird. It wasn't
Notice how the nose
even
needs to be a
reading the
little
fact
higher
that I
than
had
before to
throttled
make up
down
for the
enough.
loss of
It
airspeed.
wanted me to throttle down more
Use
than
the
that.
elevator trim to adjust pitch to the new sped and maintain
Even though
70
I
knots for a
had
bit.
certainly gotten to lower speeds. Now it's just fine with this speed.
Maintain 70 knots. You weren't accurate enough with your
No,
speed.
yeah, I know, because I was trying to explain something. Okay. Also, I'm seeing what the
Great, now increase power to get your speed back up to 100 knots.
tolerance is. It's actually got wide tolerance as long as you go down in throttle to what it wants. It wants a much lower
Try
throttle.
to maintain 4,000 feet altitude. As we speed up, notice how you need to trim nose down to avoid
He
climbing.
mentioned trimming. But he hasn't explained trimming, even though he explained heading recently. I haven't checked today, but I don't think the marketplace is open.
That's it. Now stabilize at 100 knots.
I'm off in heading.
Now we'll take flap settings into account.
Flaps!
Flaps give a boost in lift, which you'll need to control in order to
So
maintain
much more
our
complicated.
altitude. They also add drag, making us slow down more quickly, so be careful not to get too slow. Reduce power and slow us down to 60 knots.
$60 knots.
Good. Now extend the flaps to 10 degrees. Now set flaps at 20 degrees. With the extra drag, start adding power so you don't drop below your target airspeed of 60 knots. Now stabilize at 60 knots and trim for level flight. Wow, great job. Next we'll look at navigating on instruments alone.
Okay. Hello, Warden Gramsci. I'm going through the instrument flight rating tutorials, but I'll just quickly hop out and check the marketplace, but I think it's not open. Slow to 70 knots, but that's because you had an arbitrary throttle setting that you wanted. Okay. Marketplace. Coming soon. So, yeah, no. Aluminum skin salmon. Okay, still certification. Turning A, speed control A. Okay, VOR basics, RNAV basics, ILS approach, and IFR test. I mean, this IFR test is just the exam, isn't it? It's not separate, is it? I don't know. Well, I'll just take the exam at that point, I think. Okay, that's not a tutorial. Okay, VOR basics. My favorite way to navigate. Well, no, that's not true. Visual definitely is, but my favorite way to navigate when I have no choice.
Now that you have the basics of flying the aircraft on instruments, let's look at navigation. There is a worldwide network of radio beacons that pilots use to find their way when flying IFR. The most common beacon is the VOR. I've tuned the Sunberg VOR
Hey,
to your
let me
NAV
tune.
radio, which we're going to fly toward. To get there, we'll use the course deviation indicator, CDI. That's the green arrow and bar on the HSI. I've set the CDI
He hasn't
for a
explained
course of
HSI,
170.
right?
That means we want to arrive at the VOR on a heading of 170. The CDI shows us if we are on our selected course. If the bar is to the left of center, we need to fly to the left to recapture our course. The bar is currently over to the right, so keep flying on this heading and wait for the CDI bar to start moving towards the middle. You were way off on altitude holding.
Sorry. Genshin Impact, okay, whatever. Whatever floats your boat. Oh, I'm too high now.
Here it comes. Now make a left turn onto heading 170.
Your thing is that you're blocking my way.
Great, now keep the CDI bar centered and it'll take us to the VOR.
I'm not keeping it centered, no.
We're getting close to the VOR now. The CDI indications might become erratic or disappear when reaching a VOR, but this is normal.
They haven't said how you
flying
can
straight ahead on
tell
heading
when you're
170
getting
for
close
a
to the
couple
VOR.
miles.
I don't know if they've noted that the distance is there.
You were way off on altitude holding.
Yeah, I'm going down. It's just that you keep blocking my way.
Try to maintain 4,000
I'm getting
feet
there.
altitude.
Getting there. Does it want us to hold that course? Going out?
Well done. But there's room for improvement.
Yeah. Okay. That's all they've got. They didn't... Well, maybe the images cover it a little bit better. What to look for. They don't seem to have an ability to highlight little parts of the screen or something. Or have a pop-up view. Thoughts on War Thunder? Too grindy. It's way too slow a grind. In World of Warships, I actually ground all the way up to the tier 10 ships. Like I had the Yamato and stuff like that. So that grind was okay. But War Thunder is just way more grind. That's way slower. So like, yeah. My grind limit is World of Warships. If it was only a little bit more of that pace, that would be good. Well, let's take a look at the images. So that was only a B. Well, first of all, they block the image with these icons, and they show the course indicator in the HSI, but they don't actually point out where the distance is at the bottom or the top. So that's a little bit sad. Okay, RNAV. Played some War Thunder, but I haven't gotten very far in it because it seems like you can't really go very fast without spending a lot of money.
The VOR system is a classic for navigating via instruments, but modern technology has opened the door for new navigation tools. Our flight plan is made of multiple GPS waypoints. We can use those to guide us when we can't count on visibility. For this lesson, we're going to follow a similar trajectory as in the VOR tutorial, flying over Sumburg Airport while maintaining an altitude of 4,000 feet. The system looks very similar to the VOR on the avionics. We'll use the CDI. That's the pink arrow and bar on the HSI. Looking at our flight plan, we can see that we're supposed to arrive at the waypoint on a heading of 170. The CDI shows us if we are on our selected course. We've deviated on purpose so that you can see how to catch up to your intended trajectory. Just like with VOR, the gap between the bar and the CDI arrow shows us the direction that we need to head towards to catch up to our course. The bar is currently over to the right, so keep flying on this heading and wait for the CDI bar to start moving towards the middle. Here it comes. Now make a left turn onto heading
Your
170.
talking is blocking my view of it. I think that was a little bit too early. They also should have let the user like type in the VOR frequency and well, I guess in this case the GPS is GPS, but yeah, I think on the VOR basics
Great. Now
that should
keep
be a
the
thing.
CDI bar centered and it'll take us to the waypoint.
It's not even got to mention the boxes on the screen there. Just the horizontal indicator, not the little boxes that are like a channel for our course. Do the real ones have that too? I don't even know. Do they have little boxes like that? Seems a bit excessive. How long are you got? Keep CDI centered. Isn't it centered right now? Why isn't that lit up? I'm confused why that isn't showing that I'm satisfying that criteria. Should be pretty darn centered. Well, now it feels like it's centered. Huh. Nope, now it's not centered. Okay. Okay, so it's not like that.
We're
Okay,
getting close to the
well,
waypoint
I
now.
was happy there.
The CDI indications might become erratic or disappear when reaching a GPS waypoint, but this is normal. Keep flying straight ahead on heading 170 for a couple of miles.
Couple of miles. Up, 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 up. Literally, huh? Literally 2 nautical miles? You gotta make me do this.
I think a bit more practice may be a good idea.
How dare you? It was perfect. How bad was it according to them? I think it was the CDI not centered thing, even though the CDI was definitely centered. It was not happy with it for some strange reason. And whatever deviation it thought was there, it's gonna dock points for. Yeah, see, I don't know what went wrong there. Got on course. I definitely had it centered, but I didn't think I had it centered, so I'm a little bit confused. So maybe that one's a little bit iffy. ILS approach. Well, that'll be the last one. Tail draggers, search and rescue missions. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'll have enough enough money after this, after the IFR, to get the tail draggers as well. Okay.
So now you've got the basics of flying on instruments. Now we need to get back on the ground. The most common landing aid is the Instrument Landing System, or ILS for short. An ILS uses two directional radio signals, one for lateral guidance called a localizer and the other for vertical guidance called the glide slope. The localizer provides lateral guidance, which directs you onto the runway centerline. The glide slope provides the intended descent angle onto the runway. The localizer is displayed with the CDI, much like in the VOR lesson. Keep flying on a heading of 210 at 1,500 feet and we'll watch for the localizer.
I've been watching anybody else do the flight sim stuff so that I have
make a gentle turn to the right,
my
intercepting
own
the
views
localizer
on
and
things.
keeping the CDI in the middle.
Okay, turn right. Search and rescue seems like something with a helicopter, though. Well, other people might have seen
Good.
it.
Now keep the localizer bar centered and maintain 1,500 feet. The glide slope is displayed next to the altimeter on your PFD. If the green glide slope diamond is above center, you are below the glide path. We always start out below the glide slope, as we want to intercept the localizer first. We'll wait for the glide slope to start moving. Try to maintain 1,500 feet until we intercept the glide slope. You needed to stay at 1,500
Hey, you didn't tell me
until
that
reaching the glide
just
slope.
yet. I was just trying to get to the localizer line. Time warped it. Oh, time warp. Well, I never do
Here comes
time
the
warp,
glide
so
slope. Maintain 1,500 feet
probably
until it almost
safe.
reaches the center.
That's not allowed. That's against my religion. Time warp in flight sim.
Here it comes. Now reduce power a little and start to descend, using the VSI to aim for 500 feet per minute. Keep both the localizer and glide slope indications centered all the way down to the ground. Reduce speed and set flaps as
He's
needed as you make your way
blocking
down
my
the
way.
ILS.
We don't look lined up with the runway at all. But I guess maybe that's wind. Whoa, whoa! There might be some wind there. Time warp in KSP is necessary. I mean, you can't avoid that. Are you sure that localizer's right? the wind, yeah.
We're approaching the runway. This approach has an offset, meaning that the localizer and runway aren't lined up together.
You should have said that
exactly.
earlier.
Focus on following the ILS for now. We'll transition to a visual landing once we're closer to touchdown. Make only small corrections and remember that each will be more critical as we approach touchdown.
Oh, too high.
Great, now is a good time to transition from flying on instruments to using visual cues to complete the landing. Get us down onto the runway and then come to a smooth stop.
Okay. Well, I don't know about butter, but
Well done.
it's
But
more
there's
like
room for
vegetable
improvement.
oil there. Good option to buy the Cirrus jet for 710K. Oh, so you can buy jets like that? I haven't even gotten to... Where the heck do you buy jets in this thing? How do you buy jets? Or buy anything? Where does buying things happen? Start your own company. Okay, where do you start your own company? Because it's not like a start your own company tech. Right? How do we go back to... oh, company's not available. How does this become available? It didn't even tell me how that becomes available. What's the criteria? 0. Nope. What's the requirement for that? Well, time to take the test though. I will wait your answer with bated breath. Okay, taking the exam. Certain level are unlocked enough specializations. Oh, okay. We'll find out. I'll try and keep track of that so I can tell people.
I know that this weather can look daunting, but you will be able to perform your approach by relying on your
Well, I'll
aircraft's
see what
instruments, just
we
like you did in your training.
might cross. Descend to 2,100.
Cessna 500, your transponder appears inoperative or malfunctioning reset. Squawk tree 125.
Is that me? Cessna 500? No. No, it doesn't look like it.
Cessna 500 reset transponder.
I would be able to
Squawk tree
respond in that
125.
case, right? I should be trying to follow the localizer, right? Or... Or maybe not. Let's see. I mean, that's not the course. I think that's the end bit. Let's see, 336 is what it says up there, so I'll just go 336. Okay. Well. Cloud. Definite cloud. Removes the employee commission. Yeah. I figured that you wouldn't have to pay that horribly huge sum anymore, and then you'd get a lot of money. Repair the aircraft. Well, good. At least they have all those systems. Do you have to pay for fuel at all?
You can switch back to visual flight rules before landing.
What?
Identifying the runway lights should help you during the
I haven't
transition.
even used instrument flight rules much. I was just following the GPS normally. We haven't even used the localizer or RNAV or anything like that.
Cessna 500, you are 11 miles east of Sunberg. Contact tower on 118.25 when inbound.
I haven't even gotten on the localizer, but this seems to be the flight path.
Tower on 118.25 Cessna 500.
Oh, it's converging, okay.
Tower Cessna November 8650010 miles east inbound RNAV runway 9er approach circle to land runway 24.
Cessna November 86500 Tower. QNH 101 tree cleared P-Bagus 1 AARA. NEVP Subricant runway 9
Runway
approach.
9.
Cleared RNAV runway 9er approach Cessna 500.
Not expensive. Well, hello, person from Uruguay. I'm doing the instrument flight test, the instrument flight rating test. that's probably too low. I guess we're landing at Sumberg, right? But it should be runway 9. We're in the wrong direction. Oh, I'm going way low. Well, not way, way low. If I'm going with the glide slope, I'm right on track, or I need to go down now. But that's assuming I'm landing.
Cessna 500 line 271 at 12.
Now runway 24?
Cleared to land runway 24.
Okay, now it's runway 24.
Cleared to land runway 24 Cessna 500.
Oh, that's okay. But the course is still 262. Guess they're not quite the same. Which is fine. That's a lot of cloud. There was some point where we can use visual flight rules. Oh, we're going off. Well, that's cheating. The GPS, well, the view on the screen is showing me more detail. Okay, going down. It was a lot harder than the tutorial. As far as the weather is concerned, I mean. There's just another cloud in front of me. Oh, there's some lights. I'm too low.
6500 contact ground on 118.255.
Going to 118.255 Cessna 500.
Oh, the hold short is all the way along another set of runways.
Sunbird ground Cessna November 86500 taxi to parking.
Cessna November 86500 taxi to General Aviation, parking via taxiway Kilo Cross runway 15 Kilo.
Okay.
Taxiing to General Aviation parking using taxiway Kilo Cross runway 15 Kilo Cessna 500.
Okay, where are the little dots? Hold on. I think I went the wrong way. You want me to go back around? Fine. Sure, make me do a U-turn like that. Oh, where are those arrows going? Let's not do that. Happened to you too? No, it made you go do a U-turn? Well, it's probably all set, so everybody probably has to do that. Oh, that didn't go off?
Great job. You passed the
Oh,
test.
why didn't that
There's
screen
a few
go off?
areas where you could improve, but that was a solid performance.
Respect the flight plan altitudes, I guess. Didn't quite do that. Okay, well, B. As long as it's a pass. Okay, so I got the instrument rating. Let's just toss in the tail wheel endorsement. There's no tutorials? There's no tutorials for tail wheel? You don't think that it's a little bit weird? Because tail wheels, they're weird. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna wing it. Not as easy as it might seem. Well, you should have given me a tutorial then. You'll be showing what you can do aboard one of the most advanced, conventionally geared aircraft. Conventionally? Tail draggers are not conventional. Clouds is a check mark. Like, maybe in ancient times. Oh, it teaches while flying, but it's a certification. Having your lesson and your certification at the same time seems a little bit... Well, it's efficient, I suppose. Shouldn't complain. It's quicker. The Cub. Well, a Cub. First time with the Cub in this game. I hadn't tried it out yet. Okay, Pito. Pito, which side are you? Oh, there you are. Oh, same thing, okay. And this is not the side with the door? Only one in the whole world? It's like an electron. You know, like the theory that there's only one electron. It just keeps changing into a positron and back. Okay, so starting this up. Why don't I try that? Okay, you guys are fine. Let's see if I can... I'm not looking at the checklist. I'm just going to try and figure it out. So, those are working. Master. Yes. Alternator. Left magneto, right magneto, fuel pump. Yeah. Cabin heat. Well, I like the cabin heat, but I think we just...
As covered in our briefing, we'll be performing a standard traffic pattern around Miami's KLNA airport with the Cub Crafters X-Cub.
Now, how do you turn
Remember that
these ones
taildraggers
on?
do not behave in the same way as tricycle-geared aircraft while taxiing, taking off,
Oh,
and
AV
landing.
Master.
Try to maintain centerline and anticipate rear
I
wheel
should have had the
drift
strobe
while
on
turning
already.
on the taxiway. Keep your speed
Just have
low
all the
while
lights
taxiing,
on, just
and brake
so they
progressively
can't
while
dock
reaching
you
back
points.
once you land to
You
avoid
should always
flipping the
have all
aircraft
your lights
Remember
on.
that once you get some speed on the runway, you will want to lift the tail of the aircraft by gently pushing forward on the stick.
Fuel selector's off.
Once you are on the main gear and reach rotation speed,
How did we even start the
gently
plane?
pitching back to take off. Keep your feet on the rudder to brace
It doesn't
for
have a
left
both.
turning tendencies.
Well, I didn't listen to him at all. But taxi carefully. I got it. Continue. It's too fancy. This is wrong for a Cub. It even has an autopilot? Shocking. The backup thing is even a screen. It's like, at least have the backup be a gauge. Okay.
Kilo Lima November Alpha Traffic Cub Crafters November 86500 is taxiing to runway 10.
That way. Oh boy, it's jittery. Now I should have track IR because it's important to be able to lean to one side or another with the tail draggers to take a look what the heck is going on in front of you. Ooh. Yep, that's what we're supposed to avoid. This is not the hold short though, right? This is just a line. Hold short is over there. Boop, 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 boop. I've stopped.
Kilo Lima November Alpha Traffic Cub Crafters November 86500 taking off runway 10 departure to the west.
Increase engine power to maximum. Yes. Yes, we will. This is too easy for a tail dragger. They should test you in like a P-51. Well, we got gates and everything. Announcing position.
Kilo Lima November Alpha Traffic Cub Crafters November 86500 1 miles north 1,000 feet inbound to land runway 28.
They're not gonna tell you anything about how to land with this. Maybe he already told me. I wasn't listening.
Try to land by making contact with
Oh, there's an all three
at the
wheels
same
type,
time.
huh? Okay. That's not all tail draggers, but a lot of them are like that. The H1, the Hughes H1 is like that. I can't slow down nearly enough. I can't throttle down more than this. I guess since I'm gonna go three-wheeling it. Oh, I was supposed to announce. Shoot. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't crash. Like, go around? Why would I go around? Well, it's too late now, right? Or would that undo the flaw? I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. Oop. I just didn't have one announcement.
Kilo
I was
Lima
supposed to
November
announce
Alpha Traffic
that I
Cub
was landing.
Crafters November 86500 is taxiing to parking.
Now, in real life, that would probably fail you, but Flight Sim is nicer that way. We Yeah, it is a pretty busy place for me not to be able to lean one side to take a look at where I'm going, but okay. I mean, I guess I can... No, that's not leaning. I don't have those keys mapped properly, probably. That one? No. Yeah. Not that we can crash into the other planes, but... And then people are just sort of standing in my way. That's an interesting hairdo. Anyway. I think I have passed this one. I still think that caravan, well, okay, now it's got the, not caravan, that's the other one, Pilatus. But yeah, it's, landing gear took a while to show up. Woo. Ah. I want to actually be able to see where I'm going. Okay. Well. Let's turn off some stuff first. No, off. Oh, it's off already. Well then...
Great flying today. You've clearly shown that you have what it takes to fly tail driggers, and
Tail
did
driggers?
so like a pro.
Okay, well, I passed and it was wonderful, according to them. Okay. Now I can do tail draggers. Are generally superior to, well, I mean, backcountry flying and short takeoff. But still. Are you going to give me missions for that? New aircraft flyable for missions? The Cessna 152 isn't a tail dragger. Neither is the DA-40. Why is it new? Why are you saying it's a tail dragger? Okay. Still no companies. And none of that helped me unlock this stuff. I did some better landings, right? I guess it has to be an airplane. It has to be a mission, not a certification thing. Oh, okay. Search and rescue is where we might use the tail wheel stuff, so yeah. It doesn't want to show me the Draco. What is the Draco like? You just see it. Oh, it's that one. Okay, fine. Got friends, good. Good stuff from Got Friends, always. I don't know why the icon doesn't show up. right. So I have to do missions, and let's say I am trying to do the search and rescue thing. It looks like I have to perform a lot of landings on soft runways. So it's gonna be a while. Ag flying? Well, ag flying I can't do yet, because I have to be level 40 and have a turboprop rating and have 20 landings on soft runways. So it's gonna be a bit. I'd love to, but apparently it's highly specialized, which it is. The next thing I can probably unlock is if I get 2 more nice landings, I can get this charter service private. But that really won't help me with the soft runways. How do I guarantee that I'm gonna land on a soft runway? Now let's take a look at the missions. Well, live missions are unlocked. About time.
You now have access to real condition missions. These allow you to scroll back up to 24 hours to fly in real-world weather conditions over the past day.
I thought there was already real-world weather conditions, but alright. That's fine. No, I don't care. I have to change time, apparently.
Adjusting the time slider will reveal a variety of different missions only available in specific weather and climate conditions. It seems like this mission has different weather conditions than usual. For now, check the weather conditions, also known as METRTAF, carefully when selecting a mission. IFR icon means you will have to fly an IFR condition. But there is also MVFR icon and LIFR icon.
And what do those mean?
A warning icon means this mission is not recommended under the current weather. Fly at your own risk.
Not quite how you say that, but... Well... VL3 MVFR. Tempting. But anyway, let's just go back. Well, live is dark. Not be live. That's an X Cub. Those seem like small runways. "45 minutes. Those are paved runways for sure. I wish I could sort this. "088 sounds like a soft runway. It doesn't pay well, but it'll be a quick landing. I need a lot of stuff with quick landings. So let's try this. Does it tell me what kind of runway it is? Not really. 088 might not be soft, I'm not sure. No, whatever, I'll just do it. Gotta rack up those landings somehow. Big tires. Yeah. I'll just shift C that. Okay.
Hey Cap, Chris here. Thanks for stepping up for this ferry flight. Today's lucky bird heading to Rio Vista Mun is this charming little X Cub. Now that it's repaired, the owner needs her aircraft flown back to a field near her place.
Shouldn't it be
She's already
showing
waiting
on the
for
map?
it. Her name's Mrs. Jennifer Peck.
Oh.
Have a safe trip.
Okay. Well, this doesn't seem to be quite on yet.
Kilo Echo Delta Uniform Traffic Hub Crafters November
Oh, there we
6
go.
160 is taxiing to runway 17.
Okay. Oh shoot. Planes. Ooh. And I've already busted the thing. Okay. It's wobbly. The big tires. Sort of wobbles a lot more. Okay, that plane is really jutting there.
Kilo Echo Delta Uniform Traffic Hub Crafters November 6 160, taking off runway 17
Why
south
did I
departure.
take this tail dragger again? Whoa. 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 Something just went wrong. Oil pressure. Did I mess up? Is the fuel pump not supposed to be on at this point? Mixture's fine. Sure. Well, I think I broke it already. I don't know what that was. Oh, somebody just subscribed. Well, thank you for subscribing. I didn't quite catch who it was. I was hoping it would actually give me a better notification at my end, but I can't actually see your screen. Now, oil pressure. Well, you know what? Let's just start over here. Oh, right. They had the fuel selector. Wait. Yeah, they had the fuel selector off. That's why. I forget that this one starts the fuel selector is off. That's what it is. Okay. I didn't bust it after all. Well, having no fuel is probably not a good thing. Whoa. There's some wind around here. Whoa, yeah. Real world weather apparently. Onward. Please let be a grass strip or something so that it counts for the soft runways. It's harsh because I literally don't want to land on hard runways ever again because at least all the landing requirements seem to be for soft runways. Nah, that well, looks like a nicer airport than I was hoping for. Shucks. Well, on the bright side, since this is a tail dragger, I probably wasn't going to land softly anyway. Private jets and such. I was fooled by the name 088 makes it sound small because it's not a K something. No, fine. Somewhere on the map view they should tell you what kind of runway you're landing on though. When you pick up the missions. I feel like when you pick up the missions, they should tell you what kind of airports you're operating with, especially since there is a requirement for soft runways. They should tell you when it is. But I should just filter it somehow, I think. I know I can filter the type of airport, but I don't know if that filters the missions. The map has an airport filter, but does that get rid of the mission if it's not that kind of airport? I don't know. More filters. I advocate for more filters and ways of sorting missions in career mode. They want me to climb to 1500. No, I'll temporarily go to 1500 just to satisfy that. I don't know. That's not where the boxes are, though. Okay, now it's happy. It's so happy it turned on some music for us. The GPS waypoint does not seem to be appearing there. I wonder why it doesn't have the waypoints that this thing has. Why does this know where I'm going? That does not. Maybe it was the reset. No. Select waypoint. Oh no. I don't want to go through all that. Back. I mean, we have this map after all. The little screen doesn't want to cooperate. exactly what's going on here. Probably a little bit more complicated than they have depicted. All right. Getting there.
Oscar 88 Traffic Hub Crafters November 6-9er 1606 miles north 1,400 feet inbound to land runway 7.
I'm doing fine, Arc Lamp. How are you? Flying this little cub into an airfield that I was hoping was a soft runway because I need to land on soft runways to fulfill requirements, but it's not a soft runway after all. Put some time aside for KSP, yeah. So many games, so little time. And those gates over there look a lot higher than that gate, so I'm going a little bit too low, actually. I guess I should just acquire that. Should I? I mean, no, I should probably go through the pattern properly. But it's tempting to just go straight through that. Yeah, you know what? Let me just get on with it. I feel like they're not going to be too picky. I do have a Discord. I don't have it in reach right now. But normally I don't give it out to too many people. But I'm just Tyler Ray's on Discord. Hopefully it doesn't mind that I skipped ahead on the traffic pattern here. Probably they got dock points, but this was a very cheap mission. They were not paying well enough. Break the sound barrier. Well, not with a cub, we're not breaking the sound barrier. Are they gonna be okay with me doing this way? It's not a grass strip.
Oscar 88 Traffic Hub Crafters November 6 9er 160.
And they started me
is on
way
final
too high
runway
too.
7 to land.
I'm I'm trying to burn off speed, that's why I'm going sideways here. And there's a lot of wind and such. Oh, that's more than the max speed with the laps down? I thought I had it right. Come on, this way. Okay, maybe not that much this way. Yeah, it was hopeless trying to land nicely with this thing anyway. Weren't meant to be landed, huh? Well, this thing, because of the big tires, doesn't flop on the nose quite as much, I think. Whoop, a little bit.
Oscar 88 Traffic Hub Crafters November 6 90160 is taxiing to parking.
DCS is a completely different thing. DCS, like I've said before, is work. It's not fun. It's work. I sort of think DCS compared to... I can't really go any slower. Compared to Flight Sim is like Orbiter compared to Kerbal. VIP missions with a Skyhawk? That's definitely not luxury, and they treat it like an airliner, huh? Volcano and such. Oh, landing that, like, recoverable. That's a C? We'll see. Well, it doesn't matter. They weren't paying much, and it was all about the money anyway. Well, it wasn't all about the money. It was all about raking in landings. I doubt it'll be a 50% landing, but we'll see. It needs to be 50% and above, but really I need it on a soft runway, and this isn't even a soft runway. Yes, Flight Sim is Kerbal compared to DCS being like Orbiter. Because DCS has a horrible interface and is a pain half the time, but is technically very technical. But Flight Sim is more user-friendly, has a nice interface, and is nicer in virtually every way. Yeah, I tried re-entry. I've got many videos in re-entry. Been a long time user of re-entry. Re-entry is very focused though. It's not, I wouldn't put it in any comparison. I mean, it's a cockpit simulator. It's very focused on things. Why do I have to go around like that? I got cut around like this. Oh wow, I skidded a bit. No, there's no shuttle in re-entry. That would be too complicated.
I'm sure the trip had its challenges, but I hope my plane didn't take too much of a beating. Thanks for your hard work.
She hopes the plane didn't take too much of a beating. throttle up too much at the end. Oh. Yeah, you're right. See, there you go. But the landing smoothness was 61%, so it would have counted. In production. I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah, if I can do it, fly it, then I'll believe it. But I don't know about re-entry doing aerodynamics at all. Videos. Well, videos are videos. If I can fly it, I can fly it. I don't know about that. That is a very complicated thing. I lost more reputation. No, I should. Okay, I need to stop flying loosely, and definitely not do any more tail draggers. Okay. Let me just see what we can filter by around here. I'll figure it out when I get my hands on it, as far as KSA is concerned. Oh, it doesn't let you filter by type of airport, it looks like. It just says airports. Navigation, runways. Well, yeah, but... Advanced? No. Glider-friendly airports. But no, I can't filter, like, grass runways or something like that. But I guess I'll just have to look them up. The CN sounds like a grass strip. Elvira Optica. Well, that's a DHC2, which we shouldn't use flaps on. I think I'll wrap it up for here for now, though. Showcasing all the new stuff. Well, I'll see. All right, but I'll wrap it up here. And the next goal is to land on grass strips enough so that I can do the search and rescue missions. And right now, I am 7. I have to do 7 landings on soft runways or bush. Actually, it doesn't require a 50% threshold there. Looks like I got the... No, that's not one. This one, no. This one what needed 50%. And so I just need one more for that, and that's on any runway. So I could do charter service after one more landing with a good halfway decent landing. And then, but I really want to do these. I don't know about charter service. Hopefully they pay well at least. Journey to 2.0. They aren't even in 1.0. Have they released the 1.0 yet? Hoping Pekka would be here. Well, no, it's nighttime for him. Pekka's in Europe. I did not see a 1.0. Where's... Hold on, let me look at re-entry. Been waiting for 1.0 for ages. No, it's 0.99.34. Are we talking about the same re-entry? 0.99.34. The previous batch was 0.99.33. The one before that was 0.99.32. 0.31, 0.30. It's been at 0.99 for a long time now. Don't talk to me about 2.0 until it's at 1.0. Okay. Long suffering waiting for a 1.0 there. Developers channel. Okay, great, but I'm still waiting for 1.0. Title is correct and worthwhile. I'm a YouTuber. I know what goes into YouTube videos. I'll make the YouTube video. Give me the game. Anyway. So anyway, with that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.